Get ready for America's #1 funny man. What? Hey. Make some noise. Ladies and gentlemen, from LA to New York, Chicago to Mississippi, let's give it up for America's #1 funny man, Rodney.
What's up, party people? We are here in full effect. It's your boy Rodney Perry. Tune in to Rodney Perry Live. Shouts out to the great Jake Staley in the Peanut Gallery today. Appreciate you, Alfreda, chiming in. I see you. Good morning, sis. Great night last night. I was about to go out, but I didn't. Laid my butt down because I got to get up in the morning doing this show, and I don't want to be all fatigued on the air, man. Got some shows coming up. This is the thing about me. It is so hard for me to commit to shows like during the week or podcasts. Like, man, first of all, let me say this to y'all podcasters out there. Don't hit me up for no podcast if it's motherfucking 15 years away. I got people hit me up, hey man, can you do my podcast? Oh yeah, I do it. When is it? So I'm gonna get you in January. January? Ain't nobody got time for no long wait ass podcast. Oh, you ain't that popular. And if you are, put me on next week. Let me tell you something. My guests, we call them day of. Is your ass ready? Let's go. I cannot wait to rock with my co-host today. Y'all been paying attention to the show. We have comedic co-hosts every day from Compton to Cairo, Frisco to Maine. She is coming in with the baby face. Got the little wife beater thing on, looking cute. Welcome to the show, Miss Carmen Barton. What's up, Carmen?
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, comedian Carmen Barton, coming to you from Los Angeles, California. Rodney called me at 4 a.m. like, hey, can you do 6? And here I am, looking fabulous, baby. I woke up like that.
Fabulous. What is that coming off your bosom? What is that?
So this is just a little tank top dress, and so it's just really, cute and just like a little bit of,
How do you maintain your physique? Because you ain't no little woman, but you ain't big either.
Well, I go up and down with my weight, but recently I have started back working out. So I've been going to the Culver City stairs. It's a really popular
I've been to them stairs. Them stairs is not a game either.
Yeah, so I've been doing that and working out because I had got back up to like my highs has been like 199, like 200. And so I just go up and down and up and down. And so the last time I had a rapid weight loss, it wasn't a healthy weight loss. And so, I was a little saggy, not really toned. And so now when I went back up, now that I'm going back.
Did you say I was a little saggy?
Yeah, I was a little saggy. Wasn't really toned, not that good weight loss. So I'm just trying to get myself back in shape, get myself toned. Y'all know what they say. Summer bodies made in the winter. So I'm trying to kill them this summer.
All right.
Next summer, I should say.
Beautiful. We know, of course, we just lost David Arnold. We know we lost your husband almost a year ago.
It's over. It's been over a year now. It was a year in August, mid-August.
How are you?
So I'm doing much better. And I'm glad in the beginning, it's so heart wrenching. You don't think you're going to make it, but I've just surrounded myself with the support system and all of the therapy and coaching that I need, that money can buy to
Yes, ma'am.
help me get to where I'm at. And so I'm really happy with the progress that I have made.
You know what, man? You are such a champ from beginning to end, and I mean, I take my hat off because I know how hard it is, but I don't know at the same
Hmm.
time, and so people don't know what that is to navigate. But losing, of course, one of my good friends in David Arnold, watching his wife navigate this thing. What do you say to other women that have to deal with a sudden loss?
Um, my first thing I would say is that you're gonna be okay, because initially when it first happened, you're like, oh, I'm not gonna make it through this. I really thought I was gonna die, and so yeah, I really did. It's like the heart ache is just so overwhelming, that there's a such thing called heartbreak syndrome, and people don't really understand that it's really a real thing where your heart can be so broken that you ultimately die. I
Wow.
think it happened with one of the spouses of a woman that was killed in the shooting at Uvale.
Yes.
Yeah, after his wife was murdered in the shooting, he literally died like 4 days after. Um,
Mm.
Heartbroken.
Yeah,
It's really a
he
real
didn't want
thing.
to go on anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a shock to your heart that some people can't take. And so I thought that was gonna be me, because I was having all these heart palpitations and my chest was hurting, and it was just so much, and just this severe anxiety. And so I made it through that to where I'm not experiencing anything like that anymore. And now I'm finally at a point where I'm able to really sleep, because I suffer from massive insomnia for almost a year. And
Wow.
so I'm sleeping a lot better now, without medication. So I'm really, really happy about that. But yeah, I would just say that, number one, you're gonna be okay. You're gonna make it through this. And the thing about Julie is that um she has her children, and that can offer both comfort and challenges,
And
because
you don't have the luxury of stopping because you got kids.
yeah, you can't just, like, because I laid up for months, just cooped up in a bed, no bath, house dirty, for months. When you got something to keep you going, it's difficult to do that. But it also can be damaging, because what if you having a good day and your kids not? you
Mm,
know
yeah.
so it's like pros and cons and I've done a lot of widow coaching with widow coaches, with me being the one being coached, obviously. And I went to a widow camp, and I learned so much about grief, and about how to overcome, how to heal, because you really never stop grieving. It's just healing through it. And
Uh,
so yeah, I would just let someone know that you're gonna make it through this. And um you know one of my main allies was Exetta Harris.
yes, yes. Get Robin
Yeah,
Harris's wife.
yeah,
She's
we
been
talked every
a
day.
big fan of mine for many years.
Yes, yes. Me and Exetta talked every day. She reached out to me, and I called her like, "Oh my God, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I'm not gonna make it through this. I'm not gonna make it through this." And she gave me a reality check out of this world. And I was like, Exetta, tell me, how am I gonna make it through this? Like, what did you do when Robin died? Because she was 7 months pregnant when she lost
Yes.
her husband. And
And he was everything.
he was everything. And so Robin Harris, being this big Hollywood star, really had just gotten to his stardom, and then to die suddenly. I was just like, what am I gonna do? How did you ever get over your husband's death? And what am I, how am I gonna move on? And she was like, let me tell you something, baby, I never got over my husband's death. You don't just, this not something that you just get over. and it's probably gonna get worse before it gets better. And it was like, it wasn't what I wanted to hear, but it was what I needed to hear. And so she was just so good. I need to call her. I haven't talked to her in a couple months, but you know, I was coming from an angle where you can't tell me nothing unless you haven't been here.
Yeah.
So you know, people like her. I also connected with Amy Yasbeck, and she is the widow of John Ritter.
Oh, get out of here. Okay.
Yeah. And so we connected and we talked, and she helped me as well. And so you know, that was who I surrounded my circle with, because when you're experiencing something like the death of a spouse, nobody really understands, you know, nobody in your immediate circle really understands what you're going through. You know, like my
people
stepmother.
don't get it.
Yeah, my stepmother and I are really close. We, you know, people think that that's my biological mother, and we're like super close. We talk every day, and she's a life coach, and she's very spiritual, and she was trying to, you know, really help me through the hard times. But you're getting ready to get off this phone and go get in the bed with your husband. So it ain't nothing that you can tell me. You know what I'm saying?
Shut up.
Even though your husband is my daddy, who I love, but get off my phone with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? So, so just, you know, comedy has been probably my number one thing that I have done that has kept me moving forward, forcing myself back onto the stage and back into the limelight, and back in a position where I'm encouraging others and inspiring others, and living my life's purpose. Has been a major.
Are we gonna get a book, Carmen? Are we gonna get a book out of you?
Oh my God, Rodney, you are so psychic. So right now I'm a part of an anthology, and I'm one of several writers who are contributing to this anthology piece. And I actually just met with the creative director and presented my chapter, and she was really impressed with it. And so this is going to prepare me for my full book. So yes.
Good for you. Last question before we bring in my other co-host. When do you start the date again? Is there a rule? Is there a rule?
There is no rule. There is no rule. And I have started dating. You know, and I was going, you know, with my therapist, and she's really good at making sure I track my progress and where I am in my grief. And so I was progressing in so many areas, except for socialization, you know. And so she suggested that I date, actually, you know, because I just really wasn't socialized, and I was just, you know, doing my shows, you know, working, you know, then I had my kids. And when people think widows, people think, you know, older women, which, you know, me, I consider myself to be young. I'm 46, but you know, I'm still very young and energetic.
Absolutely.
And you know, so it's a lot of things that you miss about your spouse, you know, being complimented in date night and conversation and company, because, you know, ultimately I lost my whole family, you know, so I went from being this wife and stepmother, and then living in my home all alone by myself. You know, my kids are grown, they have their own lives, their own homes, their own jobs. And so, you know, in the beginning, everybody's surrounding you with love, but that falls off and people go back to their life. And I'm just, you know, so she suggested, you know, maybe doing some casual dating. And so I tried it. You know, it's been going well for me, but it was challenging in the beginning because I'm an extremely fabulous person.
Right.
so I didn't really want people to know that I was living here by myself. I didn't really want nobody to know where I was living at. And then I'm like, what if you start meeting somebody, then you don't like him, then they don't stop calling, because I don't even know how to date. You know what I'm saying? So I remember the first guy that I started talking to, you know, he, you know, asked me if I was single, and I was like, yeah, something like that. And then I ended up telling him my husband was in jail, because I wanted to be able to be like, well, he getting out if I didn't like the nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, so let me just tell him he in jail. So I'm like, yeah, my husband in jail. You know, I'm married. So, we can probably kick it for a little bit. And then, so as we casually talking, I'm not used to lying because I'm not a liar. So I'm just making up stuff, Rodney. I'm like, yeah, he like, so, what's your husband? He was like, when he getting out? I'm like, well, he probably, he been in jail since August. He probably getting out in a couple of months. And then the next day, he'll slide in. So what's your husband in for? And me, I wasn't thinking, I'm like, murder. He was like, murder? He only doing 4 months for murder?
He ain't getting out on next month.
He was like, I need his lawyer.
Wow. Hey, thank you so much, Carmen Barden, for sharing. Man, I know this is tough, and you are as strong as anybody, man, getting through this, man. God bless you. My next calls just celebrate, I want to say 16-year anniversary. Welcome to the show. Flow so amazing.
There I go. Hey, everybody. Hey, Corman. That was hilarious. That's called turning your pain into laughter. That's hilarious. He in prison.
Thank you so much.
I'm sorry. I was cracking up. That was hilarious.
That's got to be a book. That's got to be a
but
book.
22 years. I've been married 22 years.
Oh, Deuce, 22 years. And I get this. So I'm at a cigar bar 2 nights ago. I ran into a guy. And he's like, hey, man, what's up? And I was like, I didn't really know him. Turn out, I knew his wife who had passed away. But he was at the cigar bar with another lady, and he looked at me like I caught him cheating.
Right. I would probably feel like that.
No, you can go out, dog. It's okay. It's been a while.
Right.
So that's why I asked you that. It's like, how long does it take? Because like I don't want my wife to go out right away if I check out.
Right.
I want her to go, and I know she ain't. That lady upstairs?
Yeah, she ain't.
Going out with nobody.
Yeah.
And that's the tricky part because everybody be like, your husband would really want you to move on. No, he wouldn't. He would want me to be in this bed crying all day.
No, he wouldn't.
If anybody knew my husband, he was extremely like, he didn't want nobody looking at me. He didn't want me talking to, what I'm saying? One time I got some tickets from a old guy that I used to mess with that used to play for the Clippers. And I got some tickets. We had like great seats. And I don't even deal with him no more. It wasn't even nothing like that. He found out the tickets came from him. He tore the tickets up. We went to the game. We all up at the top, couldn't see nothing.
All the way at the top.
All the way at the top, because he done ripped up the tickets for the floor seat that we had. It was like, if anybody knew him, they would know that he would not want me to move on. No, he wouldn't.
Hey, y'all, my name is Rodney Perry. We're talking to two of the funniest ladies in the game. Mad love, mad respect. Flow so amazing. How are you?
I'm good.
Carmen Barden, how are you?
Morning.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Let's get into some of these hot topics. Let's see what's at the top. Brittany Griner, White House provides update on the status of Brittany Griner coming home. Man, this lady has been locked up in Russia for the weed charge for some time. She's been through a whole court process. What's your thoughts, Carmen, as we look at Brittany Griner, man, and getting this young lady home?
I mean, you gotta, I feel really bad for her. She made some terrible decisions. I look at Russia as a country that is both racist and homophobic. And so you really can't go backwards. You can only move forward. I just know that whenever she does get out, she blowing somebody back out because she been there for a long time. And so I don't know if old girl been waiting. I don't know what her situation is, but Brittany Griner putting in work when she get out.
Wow, she might. She probably will. Flow so amazing. Brittany Griner, what's your thoughts?
I just can't believe you can do that much time. Like they can really charge her with just a pen. Like she didn't have much.
A very small amount of weed, really, literally.
Right. It's just hard for me to wrap my mind around that they can, give her that much time. So I think it's long overdue for her to get home. That's my thing.
It's definitely long overdue. And I've seen people approach it different ways. Cass is like, well, she knew what the rules was and blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, but they hit her with a brick in the face, though. Like,
That's how they do us. That's how they do us. Like I said, it's very racist and homophobic. And I know that they had compared her to another woman that had like
Mhm.
5 times more product than she had, and the lady got probation. She didn't do no jail time. And it's like this is just an example of the errors in the judicial system, not only here in the United States, but across the world. Racism exists, and this is what they do to us. And I
now,
heard.
Carmen, you're a legal girl. You know the ins and outs of the law.
I do.
Like, what would you have done different, if anything?
I mean, like I said, I hate going backwards, because obviously if I would have done different, I wouldn't have done it. I don't partake in any of the extracurricular activities as far as drugs, not judging anybody that does,
Right.
but I feel like she should have hit it better. I hang a couple of my friends that I hang with, they do smoke and marijuana, and you ain't finding they drugs, you know what I'm saying? But I think they should. Like, you need to
You should
hide
have
it
hid it.
better. Now, Brittany, now find some other ways to smuggle the drugs into the country. This is just crazy that
I
all this.
think it's also bad timing. Like, it was a war
Mhm.
going on. It's a war-torn
Right.
country at that time, so that just made everything a little more difficult.
I heard that they were trying to do a trade, though. Did you hear that, Rodney? That they were trying
Yeah,
to do
I
a
had heard
trade
about
with
the
having
trade.
somebody else that they wanted, and giving us Brittany Griner back, and we'll give
Right.
y'all Russian spy.
They wanted like a super murderer.
Yeah,
Right.
a Russian spy who done killed 50 people for this girl who's over here for a little piece of weed. Come on.
Right.
So
I know it made me scared to bring my joints back from Cali. I said, fuck that. I ain't bringing I throw them things
You
away.
left your joints in Cali?
I left my joints in the trash. I was tempted, but I can't do no time. I can't do it.
Let me tell you something, Flo, so amazing. Don't you do one day, you hear me?
Can't do it.
Now, Flo, the movie people, did that dude call you that I gave you, connected you with? Did that work out?
No, he hasn't hit me up yet.
Okay, we're going to make that happen today. All right, here goes. Up next, Cardi B clapping back at Madonna. Now, y'all remember years ago, Madonna had that book. It literally destroyed Big Daddy Kane's career. The sex book. Y'all remember that? Y'all younger than me, though.
I don't know about the sex book.
So let me bring you up to speed. Back in the day, Big Daddy Kane, who's been on the show, I talked to Big Daddy Kane saying, I did the book. It was Madonna. She was a big deal. So they did a sex book where Madonna appeared nude with all these celebrities. Right? And so at the 30-year anniversary of the book, Madonna doing the press mentioned Cardi B and how she would like to do something different to update the book with people like Cardi B. Cardi B said, hell no. What you're not going to do is put me in your little nasty book. So, ladies, would you appear nude with Madonna? Flo?
Would I appear nude?
With Madonna?
Yeah, for a couple of dollars. I'm trying to get out of the space I'm in. Yes, I'm out here. I'm with Madonna. I'm nude.
You answered it so quick, you scared me.
I am. Why not?
Okay. Are you giving us some shoulders today? You look damn
listen. I done lost a few pounds in my shoulders. My shoulders used to be this thick. You know, your neck and shoulders go together. You can't tell me nothing now. My shoulders rested.
Wait a minute. What size was they? Did they used to be?
They used to be up here. I was thick with it.
Hey, you know what? I don't remember. Ladies and gentlemen, Carmen Barton. Yeah. Would you appear nude, first of all? And secondly, would you appear nude with Madonna?
I would appear nude. I'm very confident in my own skin, and my kids are grown now, so they know what it is. So I don't have a problem with appearing nude. Would I appear nude with Madonna? Absolutely not. I would not.
Oh man. Why not?
Madonna need to sit down. She done had her time. It is over.
Don't nobody want to see no old ass white woman nude.
No, and I'm not appearing with you. I appear with some people that I would appear with, but it ain't
But
Madonna.
not with Madonna.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
So wait a minute, who on that list? Oh, but y'all about to make me do a top 10. Top 10 people you'll get naked with.
Beyonce.
Oh.
It would be like all of my black people that I love and support, but most of them that I love and support and respect probably would not appear nude. So it'll probably just be me.
Okay. Let me tell you something. I put together a top 10 in the day. Top
Come
10.
on, Rodney, let's hear it.
I don't have a top 10. I appear nude more comfortably with anybody with irregular bodies. You know what I'm saying? Who got the little kangaroo pouches? Who got the square round bottoms?
For instance, so you will appear nude with Lizzo.
Bam! That's because I'm gonna look a tad bit better. You know,
You gonna kill you killing Lizzo.
Right, a tad bit.
When I think of doing a nude photo, I think of have you seen those photos with all the women, all the black women in different shades?
That part.
Where you'll have like different shades of black women, like a rainbow of brown, just a rainbow of melanin popping. Like I can see myself doing something like that, where they don't even have to really be famous, just something that will just bring awareness. Like I love what Rihanna did with Fendi, with she made all those colors that are difficult for black and melanated women to find, and something like different shades of browns. I could just see myself doing something like that. I've dabbled in modeling.
I like those.
That's what I envision.
I like Rihanna. I like Rihanna. I'm adding Rihanna to the list.
Oh, Rihanna's definitely number 2 under Beyonce. And I think Rihanna will do it because Rihanna be practically naked anyway, just to be out. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Rihanna's on the list. Okay, what guys on the list?
Whoever I'm dating, if I'm feeling somebody. I think that if I'm going to do
celebrity guys, Carmen Barden.
Huh?
Celebrity guys.
Oh, I'm not trying to go with no celebrity guy because something might end up happening. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute.
You sitting me butt naked with another fine man and think ain't nothing gonna pop, but it turned into a whole porn. No.
Wait a minute, Carmen Barden. You ain't got to do nothing.
Not while my daddy is alive. I can't do it.
But you know what? That you make an interesting point because you know people are attainable to us.
Yes.
Like people that you be like, when you was a regular person and you be like so on my list, they can't be on your list now because you can really meet them.
Especially, I live in Hollywood. I see them every day. You know what I'm saying? So
listen, Atlanta,
favorite porn star at Fridays. You like, hey, they like, hey, you like, hey,
Somebody said Meg Thee Stallion. Meg, it would definitely be on my list.
Yeah.
Atlanta is the new Black Hollywood. Celebrities everywhere, so you can access them.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right. So amazing. 22 years into marriage. Let's put that to the side for a couple seconds.
I know, right? Listen, I hope he ain't watching, but I do know somebody. He available, but I wouldn't do it. He know I wouldn't do it.
It's just a photo.
Right.
Tell us.
I like Mike Bless that works with Country Wayne. He looked like he could pick me up.
He's a comedian.
Mike Bless. Huh? He a comedian.
You can't get with no comedian. You can't take no new picture with no comedian.
He's an actor. He's like, he just started stand-up maybe 2 months ago. But he's an actor.
You did not get on her and name a whole regular person. She done named a whole regular person.
No, he ain't. He's a celebrity. I don't know why y'all know
the big dude.
Yes.
You know what?
Yes.
Yes.
Can Candace get that picture? She gonna bless y'all heart.
I think you're gonna like him, Candace. Carmen. You're gonna like this young man. And he's a nice guy. Yeah. He's a really nice guy.
Cool guy.
Candy, could you find him? Add to this top 10. Join us. The name of his podcast is Giraffe Balls, because that's how high he stays. Welcome to the show, comedian Jeff Brown. What's up, Jeff? Hold on, Jeffrey. I'm doing it, Candy. Jeff Brown in the building.
What's happening? What's
How are
happening,
you,
people?
brother?
Hey, Flo. Hey, Carmen.
Hey, I love the studio. He got the real studio. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Girl.
Jeff making music, smoking weed.
Make music, smoke weed. I'm either high or sleep.
All right,
So,
Jeff.
what?
The 30th anniversary of the Madonna sex book.
Yeah.
She asked Cardi B. She said, "Cardi B, I would love for you to be in the update of the book." Cardi B said, "Get out of my face, little white lady."
Okay.
So
That's
the
fair.
top 10 we're working on is the top 10 people that you would appear nude with in a book.
In the book?
In the book.
Okay. Well,
let me tell you who's already on the list before you say.
Okay.
Beyonce, Lizzo, Rihanna, Meg Thee Stallion, and Mike Bless has just made the list.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Here's Mike.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, shit. I don't have any.
Yeah, the flow's so amazing. Okay.
See, I told you, Carmen. I said, watch my sister get on board.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm with you.
The only
Let's
thing.
add Tyson Beckford. We need some
He
chocolate.
in Atlanta?
Chocolate. The darker the better.
He is definitely
There go my sister.
Wow.
There go my sister.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning,
Hold on.
Candy.
Everybody free.
Wait.
Hold on. Out of all the pictures in the world of this man on the internet, Candace, is this what we doing?
Is he outside?
No, he's in a pool. He's in a pool. But here's my issue. Here's my issue. If there is a photo shoot with me and him, the only way I'm going to let you take pictures out of us is if we're naked and we can both get out of the water. Then that'll even things out. I'm kind of proud of myself naked. I'm proud of myself naked. I've had women go, "Oh, this is delightful." Yes.
I'm quite sure he's naked. I don't think he got on no trunks. I can look in the water and see something hanging. I don't think he got on
No. I'm looking in that same water, and let's hope he's got on trunks, because Mother of God, wouldn't that be a shame?
Oh, Gospel Helpers is in the building. Shouts out to Michelle C. I see you. Selena J is in the building.
Okay.
Co-host, man, they've been rocking with me since the beginning. Shanette James, how are you? Lavinia, thank you for joining us. The great Jeff Brown, Lindblom High in the building. Thank you. Thank you. All right, guys.
Negroes with possibility.
3, 4, 5. Jeff Brown, and you're up. Who would you appear nude with?
Okay. First off, since I'm very militant, so I'd like to appear nude, standing nude, next to the 9 most powerful white men in Hollywood, so that they would understand it's over.
One person, Jeff.
One person? Just one person? Oh, okay. That's hard to break it down. Okay, Lord Jesus, Halle Berry, man.
Halle Berry?
Nigga. Woo! I done had a thing for, when Halle Berry turned me out, bro, I'm gonna tell you. I was Sinbad Soul Music Festival. I was there. It was back.
You saw her in person,
brother. I was there with Eric. When Eric Benet was there, they were together. I think they hadn't got married yet. They were still dating.
Okay.
This dude walking around outside barefoot. I don't know how he's doing that. She come. I had just did a show. I just did my part. She came by with him.
So you was the celebrity playing field was even.
The celebrity, yeah. I got a chance to see. You got to see my superpowers. You got to see me fly around the room for 40 minutes. So we was walking. She walked past me. She had on a sundress and some flat sandals, and she had a lollipop, bro. And she came by with.
Now I heard Halle Berry got some tore up feet. Is that true?
No, not that night.
Okay,
I don't know what tore him up after that, but
what's up,
dude? She walked past, bro. She took that lollipop out of her mouth and went, "Wait, Eric, wait. Oh my God, you were hilarious. Oh man, blah, 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 blah," and put that lollipop back in her mouth. And dude, I felt like a 4-year-old. I had no idea. You don't know how beautiful she is until you get up close.
She's stunning.
She's stunning. When she walked in the room, dude stopped talking. And this was before she was famous. So yeah, if I could be in a picture with her naked, I would need a lot of advance notice, because as you can see, I'm about 4,000 push-ups off of that. So yeah, I want to get my shit right. That's like when you start dating a new girl, the new girl, you really think this gonna work. I ain't finna have sex with her right now. I'm finna go to the gym. I got to. This is a event.
Oh,
I have
for
to,
sure.
represent myself.
I'm gonna
So,
put
yes.
somebody on the list. And Carmen said I can't put no regular people on. But is this lady working at Publix around the corner? Man.
Bruh.
When I tell you this lady fine as hell, and then you know, I think is really attractive. And I'm gonna just throw it out. A woman in work pants. Whatever pants she work in, anybody with khakis.
Yes, Lord.
Anybody, them police ladies, them scrubs.
Hold it to Boko shop. Oh,
watch out, UPS women. He coming
Amazon, little Amazon lady.
The girl, you know who it is, dude, and it's always, goddamn it, black women. I love you so much.
I'm only talking about black women.
Oh well, that's all I'm talking about. Now, when you see a woman that you know her uniform is taking points off because when she put on her regular clothes, she's killing them dead. I know exactly who you're talking about. You see,
if you got a woman, Jeff Brown, that don't have no clothes bumps in the crotch.
Yeah, right there. Yeah. No extra lumpage. I know what you're talking about.
So Rodney, tell us more. What department does she work in?
she work in the checkout.
Oh, she a checkout.
And first of all, I'm totally against self checkout. So
you have to be against self checkout. It takes away jobs from people. So you have to wait in line and go through the regular checkout. Don't do. Every time I go to self checkout, I steal something because I'm finna get paid for this.
That part.
I'm coming home with me for free. If I'm bringing up myself, something is not finna get paid. It's probably gonna be that lot.
Look at this scrubs.
Yes, Lord. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Right there. That's what I'm talking about.
I don't know who that is, but let's add her to the list.
Yes.
And her, whoever that is, the lady.
Put her on the list, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what I be doing on my Instagram page, guys. But when they suggest stuff for me to see, it's all that. I don't have nothing civilized. Like the stuff is always somebody twerking. I gotta surf up like 2 or 3 minutes while I see something regular.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem. See, this is what a lot of women don't understand is that anything you flood the market with devalues. Anything you flood the market, like when they print too much money, it's worth less. When you flood the market with something, you depreciate its value. Ass used to have a much higher value. It used to have it wasn't competing with PlayStation, it wasn't competing with Xbox, it was up there. It was you had your
I'm gonna say ass still ain't competing with PlayStation.
Right.
Now everybody got it. Even the men got ass now.
Don't they?
I hadn't noticed that.
Let me tell you something. They pulled this dude up on my Instagram page. He had some white shorts on running around with a BBL.
Yes.
Well, that don't count.
It's hilarious.
That don't count. I don't count none of that. I don't know how it's showing on y'all screen, but it's 2 ugly bastards on the left and 2 visions on the right. There is nothing a doctor's knife, nothing technology can do to replace a woman. Nothing is sexier, nothing smells better than a clean, sweaty woman. And there's no way around. You can't do that in the lab. You can't. I haven't seen it.
All right, guys, let's stay focused. We went on one of Jeff Brown's tangents.
Okay, you know. All right.
We got 3 more slots for the top 10. We got 1 guy on the list, so the next 3 should be guys. Flow so amazing. You put Mike Bless on, and we had to look at his physique on my pissing me off. Anyway,
need some Metamucil.
Who else you putting on?
Who else I'm putting on? Let's see.
Top 10 people you would appear nude with.
Michael J. White.
Okay, I like that. But no, I don't know. He kind of I wouldn't say that. Let's do what's his name? Idris. Yeah.
He an old man though. He's still on the list.
He ain't that old. He only 50.
If you're doing old dudes, why not Bookman?
He's 50 though.
Huh?
He's 50 though.
Okay.
Rodney, how old are you?
Right, like
52.
52. You don't consider yourself to be sexy still?
right.
You know what? Thank you, Carmen. But hell no. Hell no. Now, let me tell you something. A young Rodney Perry,
Woo!
Back in
In
the
my-
day,
Hard on
tell you
him.
something, Carmen Barney.
Hard on him.
I used to be on stage with a bodysuit on almost.
Rodney, you talking about before you worked for the leasing office? People don't know when I first met Rodney when I moved to LA. He was one of the first people that I connected with, and they gave me a shot, and that helped get me on. And so, Rodney, I'm forever indebted to you for giving me the confidence that I needed. I was so frustrated with Hollywood, and I had so much talent. And he was like, "Hey, calm down, baby. Your time is coming." But Rodney, you worked at the leasing office. Remember that?
Let me tell you something. I managed in Inglewood, California.
Yes.
I managed like 50 units.
Uh-huh.
Wow. I
Me
didn't
and
know
my
that.
wife, and I would have to go in these women apartments, and we did light maintenance too. We collected rent, we did maintenance. So I was fixing pipes and stuff. I was a pipe layer.
I bet.
Yeah, see, he's still
Yeah, look at
attractive.
Idris Elba. I'm here for that. Even
He
though
looked like he was taking a
he's
shit.
over 50.
Yeah,
He looked like we interrupted him taking a shit.
Yeah.
in a suit. I hope he-
I like the suit, the vest. I like Idris Elba. He's on my list too. He's nice,
All right.
dark.
I put him down.
Can I? You know why I like Idris Elba?
Why you
Because
like
he's one of the last brothers that's unapologetically masculine.
That
Yeah.
part.
Unapologetically, look, I'm a dude.
And I'm gonna give you the opposite. You know why I'm pissed off at Idris? Because he ain't an American.
Well,
Well,
you know
there's
what?
that.
What compensates for that is the fact that he only messed with black women, and I love that.
How about that?
Yeah, that he gets so many cool points. I deal with that little irritating accent, 'cause
I was gonna say, I can't stand his accent. I ain't gonna want him to talk to me while we taking
just be
pictures.
quiet,
Just be
close your
quiet.
mouth. But I
Stop.
can get that because he only
Stop.
he had a thing with K Michelle back in the day.
Stop.
Yeah.
Y'all know.
All right, pull that thing up. All right. Candy Kisses TV came through. Michael Ealy, Michael B. Jordan, Mike Bless, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Shamar Moore.
Wow.
Is Shamar Moore still cold to the ladies?
After you know what? After he had them braids on in that Tyler Perry movie, I was done.
He was
I just couldn't
done.
do it no more. After he had the little weave in the braid, I just couldn't do it. No, it just turned me off from Shamar Moore.
Like,
Sorry.
he don't get his credit though. He is a handsome guy.
He is handsome. Like I said,
Is he too handsome? Is Shamar Moore too handsome?
Okay. Braids.
I don't think you can be too handsome.
We just saw the Dwayne The Rock Johnson in Black Adam. He in a bodysuit the whole movie. Well, go ahead, Joe.
Can we go back a little bit?
Go ahead.
Carmen. First off, I absolutely love you. You're fucking crap. Anyway,
Thank you.
I gotta go back a bit. Did you say braids turned you off from a man entirely?
No.
No, he had a weave. He had
I
Right.
said the braids that he
Weave.
had on in the Tyler Perry.
Okay, his
because
head,
it was-
something about what was on his head or coming out of his skull turned you off entirely. And I submit to you that Halle Berry could show up in an elephant shit suit.
That's not true.
And it would not, because they gonna yell cut and she gonna take that off.
To Halle Berry, since you brought it back, Jeff,
Yes,
can you
Lord.
explain to me why do you think that it is that Halle Berry can't keep a man? Because I mean, everybody from
Okay.
Justice, then she even went to the white man, and I bought some Halle Berry cologne, and I put the cologne on, and all my men left me. So I
That's dumb. That's dumb.
don't understand what it is about Halle Berry that why she just can't keep a man. What do you think?
I think the phrase that somebody asked Tommy Lee about Pamela Anderson, and he said, "You show me the finest woman in the world, and I'll show you a man that's tired of her shit."
Right.
Okay,
Right.
that ain't got
I
nothing
was
to do
gonna
with
say
that.
that she probably full of shit.
Can I have some coffee, baby? Nigga, I'm Halle Berry. Get your own coffee. You don't know that could be that. It could be that. Okay. In the words of the late great James Hanna, ain't no woman ever been choked while she was quiet.
Wow.
Oh, that was one of James Hanna's best pictures. I miss him.
Oh my God, it's my best friend. It's my best friend. Yes, Lord. But yes, so that's it. All we know is she fine. Fine is to a relationship what dribbling is to the NBA. It's really only that much. It's really because it's gonna fade.
We are so far off the path.
Oh, okay.
All right. So
you knew that.
We got Beyonce.
It's his fault. It's his fault.
We got Beyonce, Lizzo, Rihanna, Halle Berry, the lady from Publix, the lady.
The lady from.
We're gonna say the lady in the scrubs is that lady.
Right.
Yeah.
Meg Thee Stallion, Mike Bless, LeBron James, Idris Elba. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, somebody added LeBron James. That's a good one.
We added LeBron James. All right. One more guy.
I said Tyson Beckford.
Oh, okay.
Tyson Beckford over Michael B. Jordan.
I don't know. I think so.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
I like Tyson. I like Tyson.
Yeah,
Beckford.
I like Tyson's complexion. His
right.
He's so.
It's the dark.
Ain't no reason,
dark chocolate.
Rodney. You can't reason out what a woman find attractive.
You know what?
You can't. It don't make sense to us.
We have a top 10.
Okay.
The darker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
That's
do we
right.
need to take anybody out before we complete this? We got Beyonce. We got Lizzo. Is Lizzo?
Lizzo.
You know what?
I picked
my
Lizzo.
cousin Patrice.
I'm not gonna do it.
If we can take the Publix lady, we can take my cousin Patrice, because she ain't really my cousin. She my cousin by marriage, but I'm we fine. Oh God, fine.
We leaving Lizzo. Rihanna.
Yeah, Lizzo's staying.
Lizzo has empowered a lot of big girls.
Right.
Lizzo.
Is that a good thing?
Hey, Baldhead is on here. Baldhead said Lizzo.
Thank you.
No.
Somebody want to be naked next to Lizzo?
I do it.
I don't.
We leaving Lizzo. Beyonce, Lizzo, Rihanna, who just had a baby.
Mm-hmm.
You know why she had that baby?
She can be on there with the baby. We all gonna be on there.
Yeah.
Rihanna can be on naked and the baby naked, and I'm naked too. We naked.
Okay.
Push that baby over there. How you feeling? You feeling all right this evening?
Mike Bless made the list. Nobody knew who he was at first, but Flo So Amazing spoke on his behalf, and he's on the list.
I apologize, Flo, baby. She got me together.
I said, wait till she said.
Carmen said, Flo, you done picked a whole regular dude.
That was the dude on the disrespectful picture? The disrespectful picture up here with the dude in the wall? Yeah. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
All right. LeBron James.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good.
Idris Elba. And finally, at number 10, Tyson Beckford. Wow.
I'm here for the list.
That's a hot top 10. Y'all put it together. Beyonce, Lizzo, Rihanna, Halle Berry, the lady from Publix, in the scrub, Tyson Beckford, Meg Thee Stallion, Mike Bless, LeBron James, and the great Idris Elba.
And y'all gonna tell me in them 19 people, it ain't one person. One of these things is not like the other. Y'all gonna tell me as you go through. And I think my cousin Patrice should get honorable mention if Lizzo gonna be on here.
Well, your cousin Patrice is under like the Publix cashier.
Yes. So yes.
She'll fall.
That's all the regular girls. Patrice, all kind of together.
Okay. Yeah, we need to speak on her if we go.
Mr. Griswold is in the building. Thank you for popping in today. Candy has shared the top 10. If you want to look at it, it is right there in the building. Yo, you guys are insane. The show is Rodney Perry live. And let's take a break. We come back. We're going to get ready to tune up for the top of the hour. But I got a question for y'all before we get there. We'll be right back.
Want your book or music to be published? Skip the confusion and rejections from others. Let bepublished.org publish and promote your work for less. Bepublished.org handles it all, from cover design to worldwide distribution, with high quality and fast turnaround. You even keep rights and royalties.
Everything was perfect. You made my dream come true. My book and CD look so good.
Call 972-880-8316 now. Bepublished.org. 972-880-8316.
After the accident,
I was stuck paying all these medical bills.
The Witherspoon Law Group understands that you didn't deserve what happened to you, but you do deserve justice.
They weren't just there for me, they fought for me. I care about what my clients are going through. We are in the fight of their lives.
We don't just fight for you, we fight with you and make sure you get the compensation you deserve.
And that's why we do what we do. And what we do is win.
Call 844-WE-WIN-44.
We are back in full effect. What's up, my girl? Flow so amazing. Celebrate 22 years of marital bliss. Thank you for rocking on the show with us as well. Let me ask you this, man, and I'm gonna throw this to all y'all. Have you asked the creator, who however you acknowledge him or her, for what you want? Have you asked?
I have.
Really?
I know I answered that quick. Because I'm starting to feel like I'm begging. So now I'm just allowing, you know what I'm saying, God, and to just let it come to me. But I have definitely made my request known.
Good stuff.
I have written it out. I've written it out. Vision boards, and it's coming. It's coming to manifestation. It's coming about.
You hear a lot about manifestation nowadays. For me, I had to stop and just get really honest with myself. I was like, I assume God is going to do certain things, but it was like a big chunk of my life, but I didn't ask.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't go, hey, God, I want this. Jeff Brown, talk to me about it, man. I mean, have you sat down and asked him?
Okay, you do know I do a show called The First Church of Holy Shit, right?
I did not.
No, you didn't know about The First Church of Holy Shit? I do it every Sunday.
I would have mentioned it.
Okay, yes, yeah. Where we pray, then we smoke, and we talk about God with no name, because if God has a name, then you believe a man. I don't have to believe a man to believe God exists.
I'm not mad at that.
Okay. I when I was young, because I was brought up in church. We used to use God like a genie. He's just gonna pray, some magic shit happen.
Right.
So yeah, I knew that. But as I got older, my most effective, successful request is, Creator, please give me the path to the things that I desire that are in line with my purpose and your will. Because all that other shit I've ever asked you for fell over because it was outside of that. Either it wasn't in my purpose, it wasn't in my will, or it wasn't in my time, but my dumb ass wanted it. Like this reminds me of the something I call the 9 candy bar system of government. When I was little, I read this Peanuts cartoon. I'm going somewhere with this. I read this Peanuts cartoon, and Charlie Brown and Linus was walking to school, and Charlie Brown said, my mom made my lunch today. Linus said, what'd you get? He said, I got a ham and cheese sandwich and some chips and a banana and a milk. He said, what did you pack? He said, what did your mom pack for you? He said, I didn't pack. My mom let me pack my own lunch. Well, what did you pack? 9 candy bars. If you do not beseech the Creator for what is in front of you, your dumb ass will pack 9 candy bars. And what happens? That first 2 candy bars is good. Then you get to candy bar 3 and your teeth start hurting. Oh no, nigga, keep eating. Then you get to candy bar 4 and now you're a little dizzy because your shit is off and your stomach hurt. Keep eating. You got 5 more candy bars because you packed this lunch without making sure it was in alignment with your purpose.
That
And
part, throwing
the
your
will of the Creator.
A1C off. Throwing your A1C off. Tell them.
Yeah.
Hey, you go get your damn foot chopped off, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, you know, I learned, you know, I do ask what I want, and I learned a long time ago to be specific when you pray. You know, all that aligning and getting all that stuff together. If you're not specific, because I can remember one point being a young mother, young single mother of 3, and I can remember just praying to God to send me a man, somebody who's gonna love my kids, somebody who's gonna love me, somebody who never gonna leave me, and God sent my daddy, and so he moved in with me and like never left. And so I'm like, this is to be more specific.
Yeah. Yeah.
Carmen, wait a minute. You asked God for what?
Send me a man who's gonna love me, who's gonna accept my kids, who's gonna love my kids, who's gonna be here with me and never leave me.
And he sent your father.
My father moved in. It's supposed to have been for 6 months. It ended up being 12 years.
Oh Lord.
That is so hilarious.
So just be specific. You know, I learned to be specific.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Y'all are so funny, man.
Very important.
You know, I like you say, be specific, and ask, man, and and also be comfortable in what you don't know. Like I've had conversations with people that I know stuff that I don't know. You know, like my whole career, I've never pitched a show. I don't know that. So I know friends, I know people, you know, that know how to do those things. So I now am actively going to those people, be like, yo, I do not know this. Can you help me?
Right.
Start trusting the process.
Yes.
Okay.
But I definitely think a closed mouth don't get fed. So, you know, Rodney, that's why you reach out. You didn't build a relationship.
Absolutely. Jeff Brown.
Okay, you guys. There's a line in a song by Prince. All the love we have is love we made. Sacred is the prayer that asks for nothing. The issue here that I'm hearing, and this is with most people, your prayers are off because they're selfish. God never blesses you for you. Ever. God is a flosser. He bless you so you can bless others, which means that anything outside of his will and your purpose, because that's a beautiful thing. We can look at the 4 people here. We are in our purpose. We know we're in our purpose. How many times I've had this happen a couple of times where I had to stand and cry because I get off stage and the dude tell me he was going to kill himself, but he saw my show and changed his mind.
Wow.
We know we doing what we supposed to be doing. So as long as don't ask for things that you want only, you better ask, because I'm in my purpose. I'm in my purpose. And I feel this pull, Creator. What is in your will, in my purpose, that way? Lead me there. I guarantee you that's what's up. I guarantee, no bullshit, straight up. Pray to God like you talk to them niggas, straight up.
Yeah, that's true. That's a word right there. And then they try to denounce weed. We need reefer in the pulpit. Look at you.
You better come to the First Church of Holy Shit.
Hey,
we need reefer. God created reefer. People better quit tripping.
In the
God created everything. All right, guys.
Okay.
We're going to the top of the hour. Before we do, I must continue to let the world know that White Castle has a new burger.
Why, Rodney?
Called the Side Chick. It's a chicken sandwich. It's called the Side Chick, and it's a beautiful black girl that promotes it. And
that's Crystals. That ain't White Castles. That's Crystals.
It's absolutely White Castle because I was in the White Castle area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have Crystals here, but it wasn't here. I was on the road. I want y'all to know, next time you in Chicago or Nashville or Detroit,
you better get you one of them.
Get you a Side Chick. Hey, we're going to the top of the hour. My name is Rodney Perry. You tuned in to Rodney Perry Live.
Get ready for America's number one funny man. What? Hey. Make some noise. Ladies and gentlemen, from LA to New York, Chicago to Mississippi, let's give it up for America's number one funny man, Rodney.
We are back in full effect. My name is Rodney Perry. What does that mean, in full effect? I say it all the time. I don't know what the hell in full effect means, but I say it every day. I got all type of old ass phrases, you know, and I realized that on some level I've become my mother, my parents, but at the same time I got some new shit that I be saying that I'm like, where the fuck I get that? My name is Rodney Perry. You're tuning in to Rodney Perry Live. Welcome to the show. My co-host for today, Miss Carmen Barton. Flow's so amazing, and joining us, coming off the bench, hitting 30. Mr. Jeff Brown. What old ass shit do y'all say?
Oh.
I got a million of these.
Oh. Bruh.
I can't win for losing. Y'all robbing Peter to pay Paul.
All of the shit. All the shit.
You living half the hog today?
All of it.
Half the hog.
All of it.
They don't stop.
Flo said one. That's what made me think about it. Flo, you just said something.
If you ain't gonna hear me, I bet you'll feel me.
Oh, that's old school.
If you
I got something that bark over here and bite over there.
Do I look like Boo Boo the Fool?
Yeah, I like that one. Do I like Boo Boo the Fool to you?
Right.
I ain't one of your little funky ass friends.
Oh, that's my favorite. I tell my
Better
kids
watch your
that.
tone.
I tell my kids that. Yeah.
Did you think, could I have told each one of y'all at 20-some years old that you would be spitting out your parents' words, man?
Yes. I tell you why.
Yeah.
I tell you why, because I was always a nerd. I was anti-ass whooping. Anti my cousins took them like vitamins. I was like, I don't want that. These niggas, because I figured out early, these niggas is raising me, is taking out stress on the job on us. So I don't need that. And I was like 9. I figured that shit out. So I was, grandmama said, a hard head equal a soft behind.
Listen.
Now, when I got older, I ignored all that shit. When I got to be 19, 20, I didn't do none of that. All that was like back here. My dick was in charge. I was like, I don't care about it.
Oh God, do women go through that, ladies? Like a sexual revolution of sorts? Like I know I've known friends to have their quote unquote whole phase, but does everybody do that?
Have a whole face?
Yeah.
You
got married young. You got married young.
Yeah, I was gonna say my husband didn't even let me hoe around yet.
Yeah, I think it's.
I got married at 19. I was 19 when I got married. Go ahead, Carmen. My bad.
No, you good. So, I didn't get married until I was deep into my 40s, but I don't think I hit my whole phase until I left St. Louis and moved to LA, because when I first moved to LA, my kids weren't with me. You know what I'm saying? So I never wanted my kids to see me being a hoe. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't hit the whole phase until I was in my 30s. And I did hit it. It was a phase. It was some of the best times of my life. But
so were you a different person? Did you learn about yourself? I don't
think I was.
Why do it have to be a whole phase? Why can't it be a revolution?
Right.
I don't know. I think because I just took much more risk. So that's why I call it a whole phase. Like, I learned when I was young in health class that promiscuism was defined as having more than 3 sex partners in 1 year. So I never had any more than 3 sex partners in 1 year. And so, because I never wanted to be considered promiscuous. And then when I started having my kids, I was doing more settling down. So I consider the whole phase having more than 3 sex partners in 1 year. And so I wasn't just like meeting people, sleeping with them, because people go through those type of phases. But I think that hoe can be defined. The interpolation of a hoe is so open to where you can define it as different things. So to me, that was a hoe state, because I'm like, oh shit, it's December and I done hit my 5th dude this year. So to me, that was
you out here.
I think for me, young man in the Navy, I was college age with money in a car.
Mm-hmm.
So we was wilding out. I was stationed in New Orleans.
Oh my God!
It wasn't nothing to go up to Xavier campus or the Dillard campus, or I had tall, short, fat, skinny. We ran roughshod on New Orleans.
Yeah.
Wow.
Talk to me about this, guys. The one night slammer jammer.
Okay.
That's what we used to call it back in the day.
I had a clean definition for hoe, actually.
What's
Go
that?
ahead, Jim. Go ahead, Jim.
Okay, a hoe. Okay, then men are hoes. Let's start with that. Okay, a hoe. Any woman that intentionally sleeps with more than one member of an immediate family, as in 2 brothers on purpose. That's hoe.
Wow. Yeah.
Or a brother and a father.
A brother and a father. Any members of an immediate family that you purposely go, I'm gonna fuck Chuck and Chuck Jr.
But is it her fault if they do it and they know?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's her fault because she got naked twice with 2 people she knew that were blood relatives.
Well, if she did it at the same time, it was just one time.
That's also hoish. Okay. Also hoish. Time doesn't matter. If she knows it, if she knows she's fucking a son and an uncle or something like that, that's hoish. 2 or more than 2 members of an immediate group. The Qs, where you work. You can't
the Qs?
The Qs. You can't screw 3 Qs in one chapter. That's hoish.
That's hoish.
Again, Jeff, let me push back a little bit. Okay. Because I had, me and my boys, we was all on the base, and it was certain people, I would tell my ladies, hey, whatever you do, I had a list.
Make sure you go hit up.
No, none of these do.
You can't. Right. Now,
I know a couple of them was capable of horrible things.
Right. Now, if she willfully got down on that list, that's hoish. It's real simple. Or more men in than your age in the same given square mile radius of your domicile. Wow. If you are 40 and you done fuck 40 dudes in your zip code,
that's a lot. 40 is a lot. 40 is a lot, though. 40 is a lot. 40 is a lot.
I think that's simple.
Jeff Brown, you gave us the whole math, and I appreciate that.
You're very welcome.
One night slammer jammer. When do you know it's going down?
When your panties come down.
That's hilarious.
And you know it's going down. You ain't going to hunch with no panties. I got caught up in the one night.
Okay, Flo. I mean, you like me. You've been in a long relationship, but half of your life.
Mm-hmm. I had a one night stand with my husband. I was so discouraged because you know what I'm saying. I always promised myself that I would never have sex on the first date. That nigga got my panties the first day. I went home and cried a little bit.
What did he say?
I went home and he sung to me. He can sing. It was one of them R. Kelly songs. I should have knew better. It was a serious R. Kelly song.
What song did he sing?
I think it was that. Was it Young and You Ready?
Seems like you're ready.
Seems like you're ready.
There we go. I'm messing it up. Seems like you're ready. I said, well, maybe I am ready.
Okay.
Damn.
And you met. See, this is sisters watching this. She is proof. Flo is proof Just because you sleep with a dude on the first night does not disqualify you. What disqualifies you is all the shit you did with your clothes on. You don't get disqualified naked unless it smells like the dock in here when you get naked. that might. But
the dock.
It smells like the dock. Why are pelicans circling?
Jeff Brown, have you been party to the one night slammer jammer?
Rodney, thank you for the underhanded softball pitch. I'm a stand-up comedian. I know a little bit about being the funniest, good-looking dude in town. I know a little bit about that. Here's how I got most of my cooter from. Thank you very much. Cooter. Yes. I mean, I did okay before I was a comedian, but this comedian shit is ridiculous. It's ridiculous, and you can feel it you can feel who got their stuff in order. Okay, look, I'm with these bitches, but I'm driving, so they doing what I say. You can feel that girl. That girl is where your best odds are.
Nigga, I had the worst luck. I would be in the hotel room reading the Bible.
I'm reading the Bible. I'm done.
Really?
At least that's my story.
Dude, it was like hunting fish with dynamite.
That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Nah, I can't lie to you.
Well, I've never had a one night stand. That's really weird. But I've
really
never had a one night stand.
Wow.
Never.
I'm so proud of you, Carmen. You stuck to the rules.
Yeah, I never had a one.
Hold on, Carmen. So is it just your scruples, or a guy never like just moved you that way?
Carmen from St. Louis now.
I think that I became a mother so young. Got pregnant by my boyfriend, and
you had responsibilities.
Yeah, so I wasn't really out there. I didn't have the opportunities. I didn't go to clubs. I was breastfeeding. I had my pregnant at 18, baby at 19, breastfeeding. Then I had a baby every other year after that. So I didn't really have a lot of opportunities. And then by the time I did, I was so much wiser, and I just, I never gave it up on the first date,
Right.
So
Carmen took the last path of the wise woman.
Was it wise though? I don't know.
No, I'm gonna tell you why it was wise. I'll tell you why it was wise. Number one, you got your kids out the way.
Mm-hmm.
You had your kids when your body was its most fertile and healthy, which means that they are the most fertile and healthy. You wasn't talking about freezing no eggs and no other selfish shit. You got your kids out the way like you were supposed to, and now you got a gang of life on the other end. You ain't got no 15-year-olds running your 56-year ass crazy.
Right. She got them kids for their eyes got slanted.
I will say that I think we all qualify on this show today. I'm so happy I had my children young.
Me too.
Like I got friends my age, like my buddy, he remarried. And his wife is 30 years old, and he got a freaking baby at 51.
Oh, God.
Oh my God, that's insane. Why do people do that?
They selfish.
That's torture.
Selfish.
You gonna be gone by the time they graduate.
They selfish.
My oldest child is 33. I got a 27-year-old. I got a 25-year-old, 19. My baby is 12.
Right. My baby 15. He'll be 16. Because I believe
it's 22. So my kid, I'm 46.
You
my
out.
Children are 27, 25, and 22.
That's loans now.
My jobs, they all got their own places. They all doing well for themselves.
Good.
And so
my daughter, she's 21, and my baby, he's 17, but he'll be 18 in December. So I'm almost done.
Oh, you out of there. But
yeah.
This is when you know your kid's grown. The first time they get you something for Christmas.
Right? That you won't.
I was like, are you serious? I mean, I'm not, because I've been in charge of Christmas for 2 decades.
Right.
So wait a minute. You giving me something? When did you know, Carmen Barton, that your kids was grown?
When they all moved out and stayed out.
Yeah. Right. That's when they grown.
I don't care what Christmas gift you get me and you live with me. I bought that. So that don't. That ain't let me know.
I was
that
in
you
on
grown.
it.
Right.
So yeah, so when they all left home, and
Now, do you got boys or girls, Carmen?
my oldest is a boy, 27-year-old son, and he lives in Long Beach with his girlfriend. And then I have a 25-year-old son that lives in St. Louis. He got him a bachelor pad in South City, St. Louis. And then my daughter is my youngest. She's 22, and she lives, I don't know what area it is, but it's off the 110 and like Vermont. It's the hood, but it's her shit. So
listen, long as they
hold
boys
on to
don't
it
come
long as
back
she
though.
can.
Boys don't come back. Girls might come back.
No, my girl is the one who never gonna come back. You know, well, none of them, my kids are gonna come back because they know they can't. But if anybody was gonna come back, it would be
your son.
Right, it would be my oldest son. My middle son, he ain't never coming back. My daughter, she ain't never coming back. But my oldest son, I don't think that like I said, he can't, but he's the only one that would try. But yeah, you got to start walking around the house naked. You got to start disrespecting these kids, and you got to get them out your house.
It's really easy. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
Because I've actually had this Rodney for a little bit. My 36-year-old, after he's 36, he came to stay with me, and I said, "Son, you know my house is always your house, but I gave you the tools with which to build your own house. Mm-hmm. So apparently you're not using them right if you're back here. So yeah, couple rules. We got a few rules. Rule number 1. Ain't nobody fucking in here but me and her. Fucking is for people who got their shit together, and you don't. Okay. Number two. It's a curfew. It's a curfew. It's 1
If you ain't in here by 11, you stay where you at.
Thank you. It's 1 for me. It's 1 a.m. I'll give you 1 a.m. because after 1, that's for people who got their shit together. You don't. You live here.
That part.
The last one that really got him was I went around to every pour out item in my house and put a mark at the 25% line. None of that is yours. When it gets to here, it's empty for you. You don't get the last of shit in here. The last of shit is for people who got their shit together. You don't.
That's correct.
He was out 90 days. He was out in 90 days.
I think that's a genius list, and I think what Def is proving is that you have to make your children uncomfortable.
Like
if
the
they
Eagles do.
They ain't gonna never leave.
Eagles do that.
Never leave if they make them uncomfortable.
Eagles, when the chicks start to get older,
the
mother eagle goes and gets sticks and sticks them up inside of the nest everywhere but for her.
Wow.
So because you gotta get your ass out.
Get out of here.
You got
I'm sorry, Flo's so amazing. When did you know your child was grown?
When she moved out. I agree to that. Yeah.
She couldn't take your shit no more. She got up out of there.
She couldn't, but now she can't afford Atlanta's rent. So she back. She came last week. She back. She came back. She left at 19. She'll be 22 in January. So
Atlanta
she
rent went up for anybody that's thinking about coming to Atlanta.
Man, no.
I moved to Atlanta 12 years ago. It was easy to live here. It ain't easy no more.
Rent like California. If you want to be safe, you at least need $1,800 to $2,000, and that's for one bed.
It's still in California though. It's still in California.
No.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm in California.
Yeah.
California.
It's stupid.
Let me put it to you this way: if I make $8,000 in a month, I need to find somebody to borrow $1,500 from. That's how it is out here.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah.
They got people paying $2,000 and got a roommate.
Right.
That's crazy to me.
That's roommate.
Yo, that is.
It's getting out of control. Inflation is definitely here. Everything's inflated.
Yeah. The values are definitely up, but it still ain't LA though. No. Hey y'all, my name is Rodney Perry. You tuned in to Rodney Perry Live. My co-host Carmen Barton. Flow so amazing. Uncle Jeff Brown is in the building. Thank y'all for tuning in. Andromeda says my daughter is 22 and moved into her first apartment on Friday.
Oh, cool.
Shouts out to my man Amir A-Rock Sealy. Shouts out to Miss Trina Pinkard. We're going to take a break. When we come back, I got a financial educator.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah. Rodney Perry, you're tuned in the Rodney Perry Live.
What up, y'all? It's Michael Sean, and I know You want to be a podcaster. You want a successful podcast. You want to give your views and opinions, but you just don't know how to do it correctly. That's why you got to hit up ShawneeScott.com. You want to be on radio, and you want to know how to build your radio career. ShawneeScott.com. She's done all of this. I've worked alongside her for years, and I will tell you the information that she can give you is on a value level that I can't even put a price on it. All you have to do is go to ShawneeScott.com. Your future, right now. That's it. Michael Sean. Yeah.
We are back in full effect. My name is Rodney Perry. You're tuned in to Rodney Perry Live. I meet people all the time. And, you know, as of late, I've been meeting some really, like, dope people. This young man, he fashions himself as a financial educator. I don't know about you, but I meet financial folks all the time. And what's up, Hopgood? Taki, how are you? This young man, Clive Baker, the name of the book is How Money Works. Stop being a sucker. Welcome to the show, Clive Baker.
Morning, morning, morning. How are you, sir?
I'm saying Clive is Klein.
I know. That's all right, though. I'll get trial and error, get them to know my name. But it's Klein. Yes, sir.
Mr. Klein, first of all, thank you for coming on, bro. Is this your book?
Actually, it's not. A lot of times people think it is my book, but the good thing is that I partnered up with the company and the writers who wrote the book. So Tom Matthews and Steve Seabolt are the actual writers of this book.
So this is like a textbook for you.
Yeah, I like to call it my marketing material, right? Because one, I get mentored by Tom and Steve, and I get the information that they're sharing, that they're going around, and we need to get into the households. We need to get in people's hands, right?
All right, Klein, let's jump right in. Let's get all the way off up in here. I got 10,000. What do I need to do with it?
Well, first off is you can do a whole lot of things with $10,000. But what I do as a financial educator, I think the most important thing is, you know, going back to when I gave you the book, you know, you got to read the book. You got to get the information, because a lot of times you'll have, and I don't knock nobody in the industry about advising or, you know, saying do this and do that. What I want to do is have individuals at the same level and same mindset as myself. Well, when you read the book, How Money Works, that's kind of the foundation that I teach through, right? Because by the time you read the book, now I'm going to ask you the big question, sir. Did you read the book, or did you kind of glance through it? And
I'm going to keep it 1,000.
I know you will.
I glance like a mug. You know, I definitely glanced through it, but I know I'm the sucker you talking about on the cover of this book.
Well, so you know what?
How can I not be a sucker, man?
That's interesting you say that, but a lot of times think of it like this too. I was a sucker. Everybody else out there that's a sucker. So think about this. When you go to the bank and they had that dum-dum lollipop, right? Why did they have the dum-dum lollipop there? A lot of times we never thought about it. We was like, we're going to grab one, get it to the kids and so forth, right? But once you read the book, you'll understand why the dum-dum lollipop was there. Because
Klein, I'm not about to read this bitch this morning, though.
Oh,
Tell
no,
me give me some shit, man.
Say that again.
Now, give me some shit. Like, talk to me about compound interest, man.
Okay, so compound interest is we use the rule of 72. So compound interest in a nutshell, you got simple interest and you got compound interest. Simple interest is that you have a base amount of money, say like $1,500, and you only get a rate of return every year on that money. So that's your simple. Well, what I teach people is compound interest, and compounding is money that's compounding over time. So we use what we call the rule of 72. That's in the book, right? It's a mathematical shortcut to show you how long it takes your money to double. So for example, I know you're a pretty smart guy like I am, most of us is. So if you had $10,000 and you had a 1% rate of return, we would take that 72 divided by 1%, and that number would be how long it would take that $10,000 to double. So 72 divided by 1 will equal to 72 years. So that $10,000 you had that's sitting in a bank and you got in your savings account and you may be getting 1% will take 72 years for that money to double. Of course, we don't have that much time.
That's a long time.
What we need to do is, and what the book shows us, is that we need to learn how the rule of 72 works and make it work in our favor to the positive side instead of negative side.
Okay.
Now, if you apply the rule of 72 to what the banks do, right? And what the banks do is they give you the low interest rate and they get the high interest rate. Now, when you go and put your money in the bank and the banks are giving you 17% because you got a credit card out there, guess who's winning the money game at that point?
The bank is kicking my butt.
Absolutely. And they say, hey, Mr. Perry, here goes the dumb lollipop for you depositing your money into our account. Right? So we have to learn, and that's what How Money Works is about, is that taking and learning how money works, sharing the concepts that the wealthy already been using but not sharing, and that creates what we're doing. So I can talk and advise anyone a lot of different ways of what to do with 10,000, but the key is learning how to win the money game and learning how to get that compound interest and your doubles on your money.
So how do I make it work on my behalf? Because 1% is not doing it.
Absolutely not. So what I do is, in the book, we got what we call the 7 money milestones, right? After someone gets the financial education, and I know everyone would not read the book, but the good news is I teach these classes online via Zoom also. So I got a course called How Money Works, Elements course, and we do a deep dive for 30 minutes. Anybody, it's a free course. It's just teaching and learning. But the key thing is that you start learning rule of 72, you start learning compound interest, you start learning how to make your money work for you instead of against you. So if you're working right now making money, you want to make sure that money is working just as hard and it has a job. So in order to win the money game, we got to make sure we get a double on your money and a double on your double and a double on your double.
Okay, so how do I do that? So I'm at 10,000. It says 9% is gonna make my money 6 times double over 8 years.
Okay,
is that right?
Yep, using that rule of 72, correct. So the thing is that most individuals will talk about 8%, 9%, 10%, but they're never showing nobody where to get it, right? So when I sit down with a family, whether they read the book or not or went through the classes, I go through what we call 7 money milestones, because there is going to give me a good snapshot of what you're trying to do right now and where you're trying to be later on in the future. Because to get your doubles on your money, to get that compound interest, I do know this. You need money, you need a good rate of return, and you need time. So many times.
Who's giving 9%, 12%? Who's doing that?
Well, the secret is most of the time, it's when you sit down with a financial professional like myself. We go through the money milestones, but the secret is in insurance policies that build cash value, right? But you hear a lot of people say, hey, generational wealth.
Hold on, Mr. Klein. Hold on, Mr. Klein. You black, your ass 50 years old, you got high blood pressure. You ain't getting no damn insurance.
Exactly. But if you're trying to sell insurance, right, you may not get it if you're trying to sell it. And I'm glad you brought that, because I'll give you a case in point. I had a client, 58-year-old female, high blood pressure, diabetes, and got her approved for a life insurance policy at $150,000 at an affordable rate within her budget. But I share that to say is that it's not about life insurance. It's about life insurance. But what I want people to understand is that we can use that vehicle many different ways. But think about it. How many times do people really tell you about what a life insurance policy can do? Right? You hear all these different things, but they never truly show you how to make it work for you. Well, if you have it set up the correct way and you follow the rules, right? And in an insurance policy, if it's set up correctly to build cash value over time, then you got multiple options. And that's what I do is when someone sits down, or if they want to go right into it, hey, I need to have a conversation with you and I need to get some coverage because I have none, but what else can I do? This is what my budget is. Hey, I got $50,000 sitting over here. I need that money to grow. I'm 53. I got 20 years, but I want to touch that money. But we got to sit down.
Isn't that the problem with a lot of black folks is that we have capital, but it's not working for us.
Yep, we don't know where to put it at. And then you have individuals that just come up and trying to take your money like a stripper. None against strippers, but take your money like a stripper, get paid, and then say, "Oh, sir, let me share with you that you may lose your investment, and that's it."
If you give it to a stripper, you damn sure gonna lose it. Hey, let's talk about this. The emergency fund.
Yes, sir.
Talk to me about the emergency fund, and that's something that we all need. Am I right?
Absolutely. So this is what I'll share this with you because I love the book because we can break it on down. I know I'm on your show, so I got a time limit. But when you have an emergency fund, a lot of times we have an emergency and we never have none put away for the emergency. I'll ask you, like I asked most of my clients, when you had your last emergency, how did you handle that emergency? Did you have to go back into debt?
I went and robbed the bank. I went and took some money. I was a criminal.
When it took some money, so you probably took some money and went back into debt, right? To go take care of that emergency.
Indeed.
So what we do is when I sit down with the family doing the 7 money milestones, and it's called 7 money milestones for a reason, because it's a journey and it's a milestone, right? Everybody may have all 7 that they need to work on, but we start at what's the most important, and then we start putting. I work with a team of experts at How Money Works, at What Way the How Money Works company, and we don't just sit there and say, "Hey, do this with your money." We actually do a deep dive after I collect the information from the 7 money milestones. I go back with the team of experts. So not just Klein is looking at your financial picture. I got about 3 or 4 other experts looking at it, and then we come up with the best solution. Sometimes, or majority time, it may be an insurance product. You may have not enough coverage or none at all, and then we design it around an insurance product or whatever your needs are, and then we move it forward. But then now you have a better idea of where you're going and where you're trying to get to. And I always pose this question too to individuals. Is your current lifestyle going to support your future lifestyle?
Probably not.
So
Mr. Klein, let me get my co-hosts involved in this conversation because I know they're smarter than me and they can ask some questions that maybe I'm not asking. Flo's so amazing. Carmen Barton and the great Jeff Brown is in the building today. And Candy too, if you have anything, you're welcome always to come in. Klein, these are my co-hosts today. I'm sure they understand money as well as I, or better. As you're hearing this conversation, Flo, I mean, you're a family woman. What comes to mind immediately?
I'm not getting any direct answers from Klein.
How about that?
Okay. That's because, and in all honesty, it's because everybody's financial picture is different, right? I suggest reading the book, but even sitting down with a financial professional to really try to find out what is it that you want. I could tell you all day long and sell you on an idea and a concept, but me selling you on an idea and a concept, is that really getting you to where you need to get to?
So, Mr. Klein, you saying if a guy gets you on the phone or whatever and be like, do this, this, and this, he probably full of shit.
I would sit there and say yes. I want to
Brother Clark. Oh, wow.
I understand what is it that you're trying to achieve for your financial future, right?
All right, Jeff Brown. Hold on, Mr. Klein. Jeff Brown, go ahead.
Okay, Rodney. I love you. Brother Klein, so far, all I've heard is you sell books and you sell insurance.
Nope,
that's all I've heard. Or you're involved with the sale of books and insurance. To me, brother, with all the love I can muster, that's dangerous for our people right now. And I know a little bit. I know a little bit about money. I have a little money. Number one, we are at the end of an empire.
Well, hold on, Jeff Brown. Let him address that. Sure. Go ahead, Mr. Klein.
Oh no, and I sit there and point taken and say the question to address that is that I'm not knocking nothing or anything that people are at. I do know that financial illiteracy is an economic crisis. That's what I do know.
Bro, you speaking in sound bites, and that's dangerous. That's dangerous. Let me speak in some real numbers. Numbers. So this ain't about no books. I don't sell books. I'm telling you, I got it from the mud. And my lifestyle does support me until my grandkids die. This concept that taking $10,000 and putting it anywhere other than in gold, silver, and land right now with inflation where it is, to say that to the working class man is outright lunacy at best, and at worst is thievery. To tell somebody that
all right,
10 grand.
Jeff Brown, freeze. I like that concept, Mr. Klein, and I don't want you to feel attacked on the show because that's not why we're here. We're here for the overall good. Tell me this. What? How do you respond to Jeff?
Well, for one, I'm not selling no books. Okay, I'm giving and providing the information. Two, if someone decides to read the book, whether they want to decide to read it or not, you know, that's for their financial education piece to get what they may not know. Okay, so I'm not selling none. Insurance, can I sell it? Yes. Do I use that approach? No, because I think that the difference between me as a financial educator and insurance agent is that if I sell you a policy, I'm going for the commission and going about my business. I like the financial arena, how money works, and teaching individuals, no matter what level of knowledge they're at, to learn more and apply concepts that's in place. Now, me sitting there saying, hey, buy silver, gold, and all that, I don't think I said any of that. Matter of fact,
No, you didn't, and you should have. You should have.
But I'm not a financial advisor.
Well, brother, I'm not here to attack you, but you have used about 2,000 words, and you haven't given any advice. Nothing. This is what our people need to look out for in politics. When somebody gives you a direct question, when you pose a direct question and you do not get a direct answer, this is the advice I give my children. Walk.
Point taken.
Carmen Barden, hold on, Mr. Klein. Carmen Barden, you have any questions for Mr. Klein?
So let's just try to do this. Okay, let's just try to do it this way. So I'm gonna give you a scenario, and hopefully you can try to redeem yourself. So the scenario is I have $40,000 underneath my mattress that I haven't put in the bank so that they can make interest off of it. I have $40,000, and the thing is I don't have a retirement. I don't have any property. I'm just renting an apartment, and I'm making money, and I'm putting to the side, you know, a couple $1,000 every, month. And so I have $40,000. So if I want to think about my future, what are some of the steps that I can take to use this $40,000 to try to build something off of to rock and have for later on?
Okay. So, and like I said, and I don't know why, and maybe, and that's something I definitely will work on. Hello? Did I lose you guys?
No,
we're right here. We listening. We listening. I just put you full screen.
We're just listening for a direct answer.
I made you go full
screen. And I know you guys want a direct answer, but that's me getting into, the first question I'm going to answer is, are you comfortable with losing your money? So you're comfortable with having loss?
This is all the money that I have is $40,000. That's all the money that I have in this world, and I've worked and saved this $40,000 over the course of 5 years, and so I just got $40,000 in cash under my mattress. So what should I do?
Okay, and again, and I'm not if it seems like I'm trying to go across away from it. I still would stand on my foundation of I would have to sit down and go over the 7 money milestones to collect more information.
Let's go over it.
Because I think $40,000.
I got 40 grand. 40 grand. What are the milestones? 40 grand. What should I do?
I got some advice, and it's direct.
Go ahead, Jeff. Go ahead.
No.
I'm not the money expert.
Everybody freeze. Mr. Klein, give me the 7 money milestones.
Thank you. Stop hustling.
7 money milestones.
Give it to us.
And this wasn't for me to come and debate or make enemies. It was just to give information, getting a financial education, securing proper protection, creating an emergency fund, increasing cash flow, building wealth, and protecting wealth. When I sit down with a family and I gather that information, then and only then is when I would give recommendations based upon that information. Me saying $40,000, like you talking to a financial advisor and saying, hey, he can talk on securities and talk in that arena right now and give you the advice. Me, I would prefer educating and getting the information and then coming up with the recommendation as
May
my
I
team of
respond to
experts
that,
see
please,
fit
Rodney?
to come up.
Yeah, go ahead, Jeff Brown.
Pretty please with sugar on top. I'm working with a Chicago high school public education from the 80s and Mythbusters, and that's it. And I'm going to tell you what you do with your money, Carmen. You find a distressed economy somewhere in the South. You find a duplex or an 8-unit dwelling. You move in to the 8-unit dwelling, rent out the other 7, and you get a loan for this building and contingent upon the math of the rent of the other people in the building. So you can get a loan for a bigger building with that 40 G's cash. But whatever you do, turn that 40 G's cash into something else, because cash is about to fail. And everything that is built on fiat currency, which is green rectangular dollars, anything built on that, and anybody get what I just gave you has what had happened was in it. Ain't nobody gonna come back.
So you're telling me what you just did then is you forced me to believe in the idea that you just set out for me to go invest into real estate if I'm not even looking at real estate.
Yes.
But what am I? But the money, money is just sitting under my mattress. And let me just be clear that this is just a fake scenario. I don't have $40,000 on my mattress.
No,
I'm just saying if
fine.
the money is just sitting under my mattress, he's giving me something that I can do to use this money to make more money.
Or we can do what you said, which is not much. That's a plan.
Let me help everybody.
In your opinion, but if you sit there want reality,
okay, show of hands.
Hold on, Mr. Klein. Okay. I read a book, and the name of the book is The Richest Man in Babylon. I don't know if anybody had the occasion to read this book. It's a really easy read. But in this book, the king of Babylon noticed his subjects were poor. Everybody except this one guy. And he said, dude, why your ass ain't poor? And he said, well, king, I pay myself, I pay my God, and I pay my bills.
How about that?
Right. 10. And at the end of the year, the money he pays himself, he invests that money. Now, what Mr. Klein is saying, that you may or may not want to get into real estate if you don't understand real estate. And real estate is a lofty understanding. Is that what you're saying, Mr. Klein?
Yes. I mean, if I'm not even thinking real estate, you may have gave me that concept, but I'm like, I'm not sitting there thinking. Now, I'm not saying real estate is bad, because I know a lot of people go into it. But to give me choices, you just gave me one choice of that. That's what I should do with it. I'm sitting there just saying is that for the $40,000 example, is that many things can sit there and be done, right? But I'm going to look at your financial picture.
All of them are risky. All of them.
Okay, but
I am telling you has zero risk in it. Zero.
Okay.
The only risk
so I'm going to share
is overspending with development. That is it. And I'm not telling you something that you can't find from Bob Kiyosaki, that you can't find from Grant Cardone. There are people who back up what I'm saying. Brother, what I'm telling you, and the only reason I take offense to this is because Black people are going to watch this. And we are in crisis right now. And this concept that I'm supposed to sit in front of somebody and that who gives me some ambiguous terms about something I really don't know about with these cornerstones in front of you, which was great advice in 1988. I can't say this to Black people, brother, and I don't mean to make an enemy out of you. As a matter of fact, hopefully maybe I can educate you on something, because I'm going to tell you, it's a lot of people that ain't broke doing what I'm telling you to do right now. Now, you can play around in the market if you want to, but any money you put in the market has these words on it. What had happened was, they call it real estate because it's real. It's right over there.
Candy popped in. She's in real estate. Candy, I know you came up for a reason. What's up?
Yeah. So first I want to say thank you for coming on, Klein. I know it's kind of like a big, situation going on. I just wanted to kind of provide a little bit of clarity. There are multiple ways that us as Black people can invest save money for our future. That being real estate, that being a 401k, that being stocks and bonds, that being opening up a business, that being providing some sort of source to the community. There are multiple ways that you can invest in saving your money. Real estate is just one way, and that's a great thing to talk about. But I come from a corporate background. Everybody doesn't have cash to just put into real estate at first. Sometimes you have to build yourself up to be able to do that. You may have bad credit. You may have to pause and wait. It may not be a right, you can't do anything right now, but maybe, a financial advisor or somebody who's trying to help you with your money, what they can do is try to help you learn how to spend better, learn how to save better, learn where to put your money in multiple places. It's not a one and done type of situation. That's my personal opinion. I have money in different places. I have real estate. I have a 401k. I have some money in stocks, and so I don't want to make it seem like there's just a one-way thing to do this. So that's why.
And this is also, Candy, this is also something you're not going to solve in 20 minutes.
No, and everybody's situation is different. What works for Jeff Brown may not work for me today. Yeah, maybe I'm not that risky to take, $100,000 or $40,000 under my mattress and just go put it in real estate.
Now if you really want to come up, you go to CarmenBarden.com and you go under the mattress and you get this goddamn $40,000.
That's what you
They're
do.
gonna be mad as hell when they get here.
See that mattress? She ain't keeping no money under no mattress.
And I tell you what, Mr. Klein, we're gonna have you come on again, man.
Well,
dude.
can I
some homework first.
Can I just say something real quick?
Yes,
and like
please.
I said, that's what
Final
the
word.
conversation about. I think we should have conversation. Candace, I thank you for at least clarifying, because that's what it seemed like, just sitting there having one direction. You hit a lot of good points that I like. And what I will say is that I don't have nothing against real estate. I don't have nothing against anything. Sometimes, to your point, is that's why I base the foundation of learning how money works, because everybody's situation is going to be different. And that's just what it is. But with them having their own, a better understanding of the decisions that they're trying to make is a big difference versus making a decision and not having no understanding. If you have 40,000, that was your life savings, and I lost it, then it's a problem. But in fine print, it's going to say you may lose money, right? So if I'm not educated enough to realize that and I lost it, now I'm mad. My life savings has been given up. All I'm simply saying is that going back to the basics and the foundation, because there is people that need it. Everybody's not in that situation to be able to do it. And that's why I take just the education approach first versus advising or giving them a plan right up front. And it's not to sit there and make anybody to buy the book. And I don't get nothing from the book. I just use it as a marketing material to have a further conversation, if that's something chosen.
Hey, Mr. Klein, how do people stay in touch, bro?
Retake Control with Klein, right? I got a link tree, and I got a lot more information on there. Retake Control with Klein.info. Facebook.
And how they you have a social media? You have a social media page?
Yeah, Retake Control with Klein.
Is that .com?
Retake Control. Just on Instagram, it's just at Retake Control with Klein. LinkedIn is at Retake Control with Klein. Facebook, Retake Control with Klein. But my link tree has upcoming events and different things. And if someone really wants to sit down or learn more, and instead of reading the book and go through Klein, get ready to start offering that on Zoom complimentary.
My man, Uncle Jeff Brown, how do we stay in touch, bro?
A little later today, go to Wednesday today at noon. Giraffe balls. I'm gonna get high as giraffe balls.
Are you not that high right now?
No, I'm either high or asleep. And today's subject is Black people and finance. We're gonna talk about. Thank you for the today we're gonna talk about finance and love some of what we talk about on this show. So check out Jeff TV, Giraffe Balls with a Z.
All right. Flow So Amazing, man. How do we stay in touch?
On all social media, Flow So Amazing. And then you can check me out at Atlanta Comedy Theater, November 3rd through the 6th.
I love that. 3rd through the 6th, you'll be in the building all weekend. Carmen Barton, how do we stay in touch?
At Carmen Comedy is my Instagram. And right now I have a movie out on Tubi. It's called This Is Life. I'm an associate producer on the film, and I also star in the film alongside my late husband, Nick Carthan. So jump on in and watch that. And this weekend I'm off, but next weekend I will be in Sacramento at the Punchline all weekend with Arnez J. So wherever you are in your life and your world, be sure to laugh, because laughter is good for the soul. So check out any comedy club in your local area to laugh.
I love that. I'm going to watch This Is Life this afternoon. Carmen Barton is in the building. Carmen Comedy is where to find her. Candace, how do we stay in touch?
You can find me on IG at Candace_Latoya and every day on the Rodney Perry Live Show.
Hey, we do get it in every single day. My name is Rodney Perry. You are tuned in the Rodney Perry Live. Y'all try to run Clyde up out of here.
Come in, like, hold on. Wait a minute.
Randy had to jump in, baby.
Look,
hey, man, appreciate you, man.
Rodney, I am good. Also, I want to sit there, make sure don't forget about we do have our film getting ready to come out. Roger Film Arts, the one we just did. We're winding it on down, and we'll let you know for our red carpet event. Because that's
metal sharpen metal, man. Metal sharpen metal. Next time you're on with 6 black people, they're gonna take it to you're gonna be ready.
You know what? I always take everything and I take it like a champ, so it's all good with me.
My man. Hey man, much mad love, mad respect. That is our show for the day. And yo, we wild out. We gotta record another one this afternoon.
Yeah.
All right. Deuces.
Goodbye.
Get ready for America's #1 funny man. What? Hey. Make some noise. Ladies and gentlemen, from LA to New York, Chicago to Mississippi, let's give it up for America's #1 funny man, Rodney.